Okay, let's have a look at what we have for you guys. So we have the King of Wands coming up as the underlying energy. Now, I've been saying this to everyone, that usually the energy that comes up as the underlying energy, it's our energy. It's the energy of the person that I'm reading for. If it isn't, this would have to be someone who's very central to your story right now, who's a major part of this. So your focus would be on that person, or would be about that person this month. So who's the King of Wands? Well, he may be a fire sign, which would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Those placements can be anywhere. We may just have the characteristics of the King of Wands. This is someone who's very attractive, very outgoing, lots of energy, lots of charisma. When I say he's attractive, I mean he can attract whatever he wants to himself. He's very confident. He knows what he wants and he knows how to get it. He's that energy. I always think of him as when he walks in a room, all eyes are on him, no matter how he's dressed, no matter what he's doing, but you know, all eyes are on him because he has that kind of energy about him. He's very creative. He has a lot of passion. I'm trying to have a look. Oh gosh, sorry, that went a bit funny there. I'm going to say this. We have the Five of Cups coming up at the heart of your reading. I'll get back to him. Let's see how he plays out. We have the Five of Cups coming up at the heart of your reading. I'm going to say this to some of you. Some of you are kind of grieving over the loss of someone like this in your life. Or, you know, it doesn't even have to be him. It can be that you were that way. That can be your energy, right? You were outgoing, you were sociable, you had all this energy to put out there. And now you haven't. You've got the Five of Cups coming up. The Five of Cups is about looking at what has been lost. You know, you're looking at what has been lost here, but two cups still stand. And you do have the Lovers coming up at the end there. And I want to say this to you, and if you guys have been watching my videos for a while now, you know that I do not say these kinds of things lightly, but it's the message that's coming through and I have to always be true to the message. Some of you think a relationship is over. It's not. It's not over. And that's not to like threaten you with it, to say, oh my God, like for those of you that have ended relationships that you're happy about, you're happy those relationships have ended, that they're gone, that they're done, this is not referring to that. This is the card of grief, of loss, of regret, of missed opportunities. So we're talking about a relationship where you don't want it to be over. And it doesn't even have to be over. There may be problems in the relationship. The Five of Cups, whenever it comes up, like you'll hear some people say that, you know, oh, turn around and have a look at what's still standing, that, you know, don't keep grieving, you know, don't cry over spilt milk. It's that kind of energy. I don't agree with that. I think whenever this card comes up, there is a sense of loss in some way. It may be that, you know, the passion's gone in the relationship. It may be, I know it's a bit kind of dire to kind of go there, but I mean, this can be the boss energy. This can be someone that we've been working with. I don't kind of see that's going to be the message for a lot of you, but it came through. So that's going to apply to at least a couple of you, that, you know, this, and it could be that maybe your boss is gone and now you're not sure what's going to happen at work. There is some kind of like work kind of practical energies that come up here, but I'll go through them as we go through the reading. For most of you, this is going to be to do with a relationship, and a relationship can be anything. It can be, you know, family, friends, romance, of course, but it's not over. Like, some parts have been lost, but there is still a relationship of support. Now, for others of you, I just want to be clear, it's another relationship that's there. Those two cups that are standing, they are the Two of Cups, right? Which is a relationship of support, maybe platonic, maybe the friend that we need when we need it, the perfect friend that we need in that moment. A relative, a friend, a colleague, someone who has the same vision as us. But there is support there. That's what it's saying. There is support there, still there, even though you feel all is lost. All is not lost. That's what that card is saying. All is not lost. And it's connected to this guy. Either he's someone new or he's someone that you've known and that you have these kind of feelings with. Right. What's been happening in the past? The foundation of your reading. You guys have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a great card. It talks about abundance. You've been working really hard. You've been creating abundance. This is this is a very confident, independent energy. This is a very confident, independent energy. So maybe some of you have been putting yourself out there, getting seen. This is that kind of if someone's been marketing their business, this is when you are the brand. That's when I get what I get with the King and Queen of Wands, where you are the brand. And it feels like you've been doing all the work, you've been putting all the work in, you'll probably gain some kind of level of success. Now, this doesn't have to be just a job, right, or business. This can be in your life. Like, abundance can mean anything. It can be financial abundance, of course, spiritual abundance, romantic abundance, whatever you consider as abundance in your life, you have been creating. It would seem to be something tangible. This is Pentacles, and Pentacles is something that brings us physical stability, security, and support. The thing with this card, though, is we can work so hard, and it feels like you've been working really hard to create a safe space for yourself, which is this garden. It's represented by this garden. You've overcome these kind of difficulties. The eagle always represents those kind of more animalistic urges. You know, it could be our fears, could be whatever, but those parts of ourselves, that human nature, we've overcome. We've gained some kind of mastery over them. That's what the eagle represents. But what it says is that you've created the safe space, and yes, enjoy it. Enjoy what you've created. Enjoy the abundance that you have. But there's a whole world to explore outside of this garden, and it kind of feels like both of these cards, some of you may have needed this space to grieve over the loss of something. That's what's been going on here. For others of you, you've just been single, like, you know, this could be work, whatever. It's a solo effort. Even if you're married, even if you're in a relationship, this is a solo effort, something that you've been working on your own to create. It's all your own work, all your own effort. Things are changing. We have the Seven of Cups coming up in the present. So what does the Seven of Cups talk about? Well, this is about, you know, it's about looking at what we have before us and deciding what we want. We may have different options at this time. It can be fantasy, it can be daydream. I'm getting the sense that this is very much about time to dream for something new now. There's something that you want, and I don't think you're quite sure what it is. You're not quite sure what it is that you want. That's what this person's doing. And he's almost like holding up his hands here, if you have a look, like kind of as if everything's too bright, and it's like, I don't know what I want. This can be the card of daydreaming, fantasies, but what the message or the advice of this card is, which dream is worth pursuing? Which dream is worth pursuing? We can have so many dreams. We can have so many dreams, but there's only one, and in this one it would be this, the glowing one. There's only one that is worth pursuing. Are you going to go for that or not? Now, for some people, this person may be that dream that's worth pursuing, and you're trying to figure it out. You're in this kind of solo energy. You may be getting over something from the past. I get the sense also that for some of you, especially for romantic, like, okay, for very few of you, this person is already in your life. Well, I think for a lot of you, this person's already in your life, but I don't feel you recognize this person for what they are. Because you may be looking at your options and your choices, and it feels like you don't really see them clearly. This is like you might be still mourning the loss of something in the past, and those feelings always have to be honored, right? We always have to honor those feelings. When we're ready to let go, we will get low. We will let go. Sorry, Five of Cups is not a bad card. It's a human emotion, right? And we are human beings. However, it does talk about, you know, it's fives. Fives are there to cause change. So this card is only a negative when we get stuck there, when we can't move on. If we give ourselves that time, and it feels like you've had a safe space to get over this, now it's time to start looking at your options. And I feel like this person is a real option here. Either that, or it's telling you to get out there, to put yourself out there, to be seen, whether that's in a work situation, your business, in your love life. Be seen like the King of Wands. He's, you know, out there being seen, all eyes are on him. Coming up as a future energy, we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant can mean a number of things. It's a kind of commitment for me. It's those rules, those traditions, those stories that we follow. It is one of the marriage cards, I will say that. So it feels, I mean, I'm not getting the sense of marriage here. It's more commitment. Commitment can mean anything, right? It's even agreeing to date someone, but it's a major arcana, so this is a big commitment. It's a card for Taurus. Some of you may be dealing with the Taurus. Let's have a look what else we've got. Or a Gemini. We've got Gemini energy here as well, but this says to me, coming up in the future, because at the moment you don't know. There's this kind of, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. This, you commit to something. The Hierophant can talk about traditional relationships, traditional work. It's of the rules that we follow, and those rules can be imposed upon us. Shouldn't say that, but that's my Aquarian rebellious side kind of coming out there. But it's those things that we choose to conform to. So this can be a new religion, it can be a company that we join, they have new rules, it can be an institute of higher learning, like they have rules that we follow, right? It's a place of learning. I kind of feel like when this comes up, we obviously, it's moving away from this. It's moving away from this. It's moving away from the regret, the loss, the sorrow to something new. And this might have happened a while back. This doesn't have to be new. This could have happened a while back. And the reluctance to pick something because you don't want to go back here, right? Nobody wants this again. So it's like, I don't know what to pick because I don't want this. But this is solid. It's that Taurus energy. And I kind of get the sense, I'm going to pull clarifiers actually for this, but let's move on to the Lovers card for a moment. This is the advice. This is your crowning energy. It's the advice energy, and it's you have the Lovers here. So it could be that there is a relationship, a beautiful, I mean, this is one of the soulmate cards, right? So we've got this energy of there is a relationship here. You got that here as well. There's 2 cups standing there. There is a relationship here, but it feels like you're being asked to make a decision. If it's not a relationship reading for you, it is sat underneath the 9 of Pentacles, and this might be what's going to get you to change jobs, what's going to get you to, you know, move house, whatever it is, whatever gets you out of this comfort zone that this garden has created. Because this can be a gilded cage. It becomes a gilded cage. It's wonderful, and we've created a safe space, but we have to get out of our comfort zone at times, break those boundaries. What is it? What's going to get you to do that? Could be a partnership of some kind, but it's also a decision that we make. And I always feel the choice represented by the Lovers card, it's a head or heart decision. But it's a head or heart decision that I think is not a real choice, because we're going to follow what our heart says, right? What is it that makes us happy? You have a lot of cups here. You have, well, 2 cups, but only 1 set of pentacles, 1 wands. So feelings, emotions, that's what this represents too. What's the decision that you're going to make here? What is your heart calling you to do? Because you're going to commit to something, but what you commit to depends on this. Depends on your feelings, on how it is that you feel, what you're being called to do by your heart. Right, let's pull a couple of clarifiers. Queen of Swords, there you are. Okay, let's see what we have here now. Okay, so it feels like you guys get very ear sign on this, and I approve because I have an Aquarius sun. This is all kind of emotional. This is very practical, right? This is emotional. So we have all these kind of elements coming in. But this, when you commit, how do you commit? First of all, there's more information that comes in for you. There's more information that comes in. So don't feel like you have to make a choice, and do it on logic. Swords are all about our thoughts, our beliefs, our ideas, and how we communicate them. This is some brutal honesty. Like, be very, you're going to, this is not about building castles in the sky. And it's okay to do that. I always think I encourage dreaming. I mean, you have to have a dream to make it come true, right? But that's what the card says. Which dreams are worth pursuing and which dreams are not. And it feels like you get some cold, hard facts on, you know, what dream is worth pursuing. And that's why you commit. Good on you. Now, this is something you've been waiting for a while. With the Temperance card coming out, this is the card for Sagittarius as well. Some of you may be dealing with a Sagittarius. But there's a sense here that it's something you've been trying to balance. You've been trying to do the peace and harmony thing. It's not really working anymore. It's time to commit. Something that you've wanted to commit to. Be it a relationship, be it work, be it job, whatever it is. It's time to do that. That comes in. And that's when you're fully in your own energy. And you can be yourself. That's what it feels like. That's the important thing here. You can be yourself. It's a return to yourself. It's coming back to into your own energy. This, of course, could be another air sign that you're dealing with, which would be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But for you, I get the sense that this can be a bit brutal sometimes, the honesty that he doesn't know tact, he doesn't know caution, he just kind of throws it out there. But the Queen of Swords, she appreciates that. So it's almost as if, like, for another sign, they might not like that truth, or it might hurt them, or they might not be ready for it. But you welcome it. As the Queen of Swords, you welcome that truth. And that's what allows you to commit. It feels like something honest is coming your way. And that seems like a strange thing to say, but trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. And it's strange because in one of my decks, I think it's the Legacy of the Divine Tarot, Hierophant is actually called faith. And this is faith. We conform to those set of beliefs or rules because we have faith in them. We have faith in them. I mean, the Hierophant can also be the stories that we kind of make our own. Our families telling us, you know, what we should, like, you must grow up to be a doctor like your mum and dad were, or you must get married to someone who's from the same culture, or our religion telling us, you know, to marry someone from the same religion as us, or the same the same culture as us, or society saying don't date someone who's of a different race, from a different part of the world, or a different age from you. It can be those kinds of rules. So I kind of feel, I think the Queen of Swords, she's not going to care about any of that. She knows who she is. She knows her own truth. And this might be you. The Page of Swords might be you having to deliver some truths, home truths to people. Because there is love here and you kind of go for that. It feels like you go for it. This, so, you know, it's like saying trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith, and that's the Hierophant energy that's coming in. All right, let's see what we have from the Whispers of Love. What do we have for Libra? Okay. Forgiveness. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. Now, this talks about forgiveness. I don't really get this. Some of you, yes, of course, forgiveness can refer to forgiving someone else. But this card here, it makes me think, is this, because these are the disappointments, right? These are the past disappointments, the 3 cups that have fallen. Someone didn't support us, someone didn't love us, or, you know, a friend. It doesn't have to just be a lover. Friends, family, the community that we're in, they let us down. But this card says, obviously, nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. And oftentimes the person that we need to forgive is ourselves. Now, I always say forgiveness is the F word, because it's always a sense of like, oh, I don't want to condone, I'm not going to condone what they did to me. And it's not condoning what they did to you. It's not about condoning what they did to you. It's about forgiving other people or ourselves, even, because sometimes we don't take very good care of ourselves. And, you know, it can be that we don't trust our own judgment. But if we don't let go of it, we just hurt ourselves even more. We don't forgive for the other person. We forgive to free ourselves. We forgive so we can move forward. So whatever was done to us does not keep hurting us again and again and again. A leg up. Okay, so a leg up, it's a card when we need help. You know, it says we've gone as far as we can by ourselves. Now it's time to get some help. And that could be that partnership that I was saying, whether it's romantic or in a work situation. This person could be coming in to help. I get, some of you may think he's too flashy. That's the thing. Is he too good to be true? The 7 of Cups beneath the King of Wands is, you know, is he too good to be true? Is this person really that good? He is. That's what the King of Wands is. He's flashy. He's confident. He's not afraid to go for what he wants. And it's okay. You can get help from this person. He'll help you if you need it. And that's what a leg up says. It says that, you know, there is some help. And don't be afraid to ask for help. That's the other thing. Sometimes we don't want to, right? Maybe especially if we've been burned in the past, we don't want to ask for help. But there is help available here for you. And it says, dear you, what is true for you? Can you be impeccable with your word? Sure you can. As long as it's not used to manipulate others, the truth can set everyone free. Let go of the results, let go of your fears, and allow the truth to empower you and others. This will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you and loving and all kinds of prosperous. This is not a time to compromise and hide your truth from others. Whatever it is you want, go for it and be clear in your motives, especially with yourself. You'll be so happy you did. This is a time where you will tap into the power to co-create and manifest your best life. Doesn't that feel amazing? And the results? Miraculous. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's bountiful lessons and achieve your dreams. Love you always. And that's where she's coming up, because that's what the Queen of Swords does. She will always speak her truth. Even this chap here, yes, he's immature and he's like lays it on a little thick sometimes, but it's all the truth. He speaks the truth. And it's kind of asking you to embrace, what is your truth, Libra? What is your truth? That's what you're being asked to embrace in February. And it feels like it takes you to a great place. I mean, the Hierophant, the Lovers, those are amazing energies, especially if you're looking for a relationship or trying to, you know, make more solid or change the energies within an existing relationship. And those relationships can be anything. They don't just have to be romantic, right? But yeah, what is your truth, Libra?